Welcome to the National Institute of Academics. What is Cold War? The Cold War was a period of geopolitical tension and ideological rivalry that lasted roughly from the end of World War II in 1945 until the early 1990s. It involved a standoff between the two superpowers of the time, the United States and the Soviet Union, along with their respective allies and spheres of influence. The term Cold War signifies that this conflict did not involve direct military confrontation between the United States and the Soviet Union, but rather a sustained state of political, economic, and military tension characterized by intense ideological competition. The primary cause of the Cold War was the fundamental differences in the political and economic systems of the two superpowers. The United States championed liberal democracy, capitalism, and individual freedoms, while the Soviet Union promoted communism, central planning, and state control. These differing ideologies led to a clash of interests and ambitions for global influence. Throughout the Cold War, both sides engaged in various strategies to advance their interests and contain the influence of the other. This included proxy wars, where conflicts were fought indirectly through third-party nations, such as the Korean War and the Vietnam War. The superpowers also engaged in an arms race, developing and stockpiling vast arsenals of nuclear weapons. This arms race increased the potential for catastrophic global conflict but also served as a deterrent, leading to a doctrine known as mutually assured destruction (MAD), which aimed to prevent direct war between the two superpowers. The Cold War had significant global implications. It divided the world into two ideological blocs: the Western Bloc, led by the United States and its NATO allies, and the Eastern Bloc, led by the Soviet Union and its Warsaw Pact allies. These alliances shaped political and military dynamics in different regions and fueled conflicts in places like the Korean Peninsula, Vietnam, and various African and Latin American countries. The end of the Cold War came with the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991, marking a victory for the United States and the West in the ideological rivalry. The fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989, symbolizing the reunification of East and West Germany, is often seen as a pivotal moment that signaled the end of the Cold War era.